Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Friday afternoon here at the Wiegand Center. Mr. Dwyer here with Quincy Morrison on camera. Today was makeup day for midterms, so not many people have showed up. But we're going to go and provide you this game. It's a pretty empty crowd, though we do have family members here. Last time that Varsity played Xavier was at Xavier. It was a close game, and Patrick Livingston was out with an injury at the time. He's back. He was actually out last week, had pneumonia, but he's healthy, and he's with us. So we got a full squad today for Salesian. And we're looking forward to a pretty good game here, following an unfortunate loss to Fordham Prep last week. Get ready for the tip-off. And Salesian retains the ball. Last time, defense on Ryan Whelan was very tight, and we're expecting the same thing here. Strong pass by Ryan, and unfortunate that Andrew couldn't go and keep that in his grasp. Xavier with the ball. Same before. Great block by Tylen there. Straight up. Got it back. Estefano takes the ball. A little bit of a bump there. Tries to get it to Hart. Speaking of Hart, last game, Hart was on fire, especially from the third quarter, as Whelan takes a three and makes it. Now made himself some room, and at the top of the key, starts it off for the Eagles' three-point lead. Like I said before, Whelan didn't get the ball too much, as Xavier misses that shot. Ariama with the rebound. Estefano takes it up. Passes it, real nice no-look pass right under to Tylen Morris, and he goes and puts it back in. Morris with 2 points and a block now to start this first quarter. Yeah, Whelan wasn't able to make those shots before with that tight defense, and Hart stood up and stood out, making a lot of points, a lot of three-pointers to bring him back in that game. And hopefully he gets some movement here as well. Missed by Xavier. Ariama with another rebound. And Estefano takes on the side, steps back with the shot, front of the rim. Ariama with the offensive rebound, passes it to Morris. Whelan with another three, feeling good. A little bit too hard. Ariama another offensive rebound. And they're calling an offensive foul there. I believe they said that under the basket on Morris. So Xavier with the ball now, trying to get something going. 3 minutes through the quarter. And trying to score on this aggressive defense by Salesian. Three at the top, too far. Offensive rebound, 5 turns around, comes under, and a block by Ariama. That's what they need right now, is the 2 big men underneath getting those blocks. They've been averaging about 4 blocks a game as a whole, and great shot over there by Xavier with the three-pointer. Estefano coming under, and with the layup, very nice move, giving him room to go and make that layup. It's a 5-point game. Seems like Salesian is talking a lot, both on defense and offense. It's a great squad to have out there, even with Livingston on the bench. really building chemistry throughout the year. Xavier throws it in, tries to make the layup. Short, but they call a foul. Tough call, it might have been a little bit of body. First shot is good by Xavier. Next one is 2. I was saying at the top of the broadcast, it was makeup day for midterms today at Salesian, so pretty empty as a whole, as Hart loses the ball there. Xavier comes down, number 4, with the layup a bit too hard. Ariama with the rebound. Xavier slaps it out. Xavier with the ball. And I believe they called a jump ball there. I think it's going to remain with Xavier, and it does. You could expect why students want to go. If they didn't have to be here today in school, why they wouldn't come in. But, yeah, a handful of people out, you know. Illnesses are still going around, and this is a good day for students who were ill right before midterms to go and make them up. But now that those stresses are done going into the third quarter and as teachers go to prepare to grade, we're here to go and provide you this broadcast on YouTube. Xavier's moving the ball, trying to find some open space. Too hard on the 3 by Xavier. Pass a little bit too hard, and with that, it'll be Salesian's ball. They're trying to get something going underneath, but the defense by Salesian, very good, preventing any openings. And we'll see if they make any changes or variations as the game goes along. Foul on Xavier. Estefan trying to take the ball underneath. A bit too much hand. Willem takes the ball, makes a move. Shot from the free throw line. That's a great shot. Great way to make himself open, hold himself up there. And it's a 4-point lead. Xavier is able to get the guy open the top, rims in and out. Ariama with another rebound. Livingston is in. Estefano hurries down, passes under, and they may call offensive foul there. And unfortunately they do, even though he was moving. I think that's a missed call, but who am I to say? Not happy about it, but these things happen. Number 1 for Xavier, passes to number 4, comes down the middle, shoots it from the free throw line. Seems like everybody's been able to make their free throws today during the game, as it's 9-7. Hart passes to Wheel, and we'll see if he tries to go and do the same type of thing. Passes it to Livingston, a little bit too hard on the side. That's a tough shot. And Xavier will get the ball. They'll hurry it forward. And that's a kickball. Hart blocking it from going into the center. And Wanananake comes on in. Wananayake. There we go. Number 11 takes the 3. A little bit too hard in the back. Livingston with the rebound. Estefano's going to go and hold it for a second. Looks like he may push, but no. Pass it to Livingston. Get it to Whelan. 2 of them fall. And they're tripping over each other, trying to get open. Livingston passes it in. Gabe with the move, off the backboard, and rolls around out. Number 11 for Xavier tries to get the foul call, and they call it very late. And that's exactly what Morrison is crying out. He's saying it's too late of a call, and he's right. It's a late call. There was contact, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to blow the whistle, you got to blow it a little bit earlier. Well, ball don't lie. And the first free throw is a bit hard. Second one is also out, but Xavier retains the rebound. Hits a bit too hard off the back. They're not ready. Another three. Missed. Try to pass it out. And they say that it wasn't tipped by Salesian, that it'll be Salesian's ball. Whelan's touching his inner gum, it looks like. Maybe there's a little bit of collision earlier. Trying to get open, pass it to Patrick. There's three guys on him, but he powers in. And off the backboard, able to put that in. Great move by Livingston. Excellent interception by Hart. He comes down a little too hard, but trailing behind him was one Nayake, but he misses. Morris gets the rebound. 3-point ball, a little bit too hard by Whelan, and it looks like Xavier gets possession. Hart's playing some tight D, and only 35 seconds left. And with that trip, trying to get around, they say that Hart got too much body there with him trying to get around, so that'll be a foul. 5 fouls on Salesian so far. Xavier tries to set a play. They go in, back out. Shot clock is off. 22 tries to come in. Unable to get anything underneath until now. And Morris with the block. Hart with the rebound. There's 9 seconds left. Onayake trying to start something up, and a foul from behind. Not a smart move by Xavier. But excellent block. That's the second one by Morris. Morris, having seen him grow these last 4 years, he's really found himself, and defensively has been tremendous for Salesian. Whelan with the ball, passes under. Livingston loses it. Retained there. And they say that the time ended before the end of the quarter. Confusing there, but Salesian's up 4, 11-7, going into the second quarter. Great play defensively. It's been very hard for Xavier to find anything in. The scores they've made have been on the free throw line and from three-point range. So they need to continue that. That's been great. The ball movement has been tremendous. A couple of unfortunate offensive calls underneath and missed layups that have just swirled around. It seems that every time we watch these games, the left side of the hoop is not really favorable when it comes to shooting. It's not the hoop, but just so happens that every time we record, we kind of see that pattern. But Salesian's playing very good. A little bit of rest probably has helped them. I don't think many, if any of them, had any exams today. Last exams were yesterday. And for some of them, it was for my comedy and literature course, which I'm looking forward to grading. Hopefully they did very well. Tried to prepare them as best I could. It's the type of courses we offer at Salesian, comedy and literature. It's an elective for senior year. It's an analysis of comedy from its earliest facets, being written down, obviously with literature in the title, to its modern portrayal and showing that evolution and psychological analysis of the comedic field. It's a big class, so hopefully they're enjoying it. Salesian tries to get something going underneath, but it smacks around a bit. Ariema passes it to Whelan. He tries to get around the corner off his shoe. And I think they're going to call it for Xavier. Wanted a little bit of help. Not the best place to go. I think he saw there was a space to go around and just couldn't find it. Looks like Salesian's going to press. Change up their setup. Try to go for the 5 seconds. Whelan almost had that tip for the interception. Xavier retains. They're right next to each other at the top, trying to set up a play. And they start to move the ball around. '13 takes in the middle, pass to the side. And the 14 was making shots from around there during pregame. 24 gets it from the free throw line, and that's a miss. Ariema, a perfect spot for that rebound. Goes up, looking to get the offensive foul. And no matter what, if you go and you run towards someone and they fall backwards, they're going to go and call an offensive foul. We see that if they did it before, they're going to do it again. So really unfortunate that Salesian didn't pick up on that, so that's an offensive foul. Xavier pushes it ahead. Number 13 nearly slipping. Gabe goes front, Ariema, but unfortunately wasn't there quick enough to stop that shot. Now it's a 2-point game. Whelan trying to get something going. 2 men on him. Ormayake takes it back. Over to Hart. Hart tries to make a move. Cuts around. Ormayake. No space over there for him. Tyler makes a good move. Cuts down the center. A little bit too hard. Gets his own rebound. And Ariema gets his rebound. Good on Salesian following up their rebounds to get those points back up to 4. Xavier's going to set up a play at the top. (14-24). 24 takes that shot too hard. Ormayake goes down, tries to get the call. They said it's on the floor. So I believe Salesian will be inbounding that from the side. And Livingston is back in, giving Morris a Brett. Estefano is also in, giving Wananake also a rest. Said there was a hold on number 13 trying to go to center, so they'll do it again. Fouls are racking up for Xavier. It's now 6-4. One more by Salesian, and they'll put Xavier in the penalty. Great pass. Livingston trying to put it up, and he's fouled on the rebound. They said they hit his hand on the way down. So he'll be shooting 2. This is the first one, Livingston on the left side. And he makes the second. Xavier takes the ball out quick. No need to press, and they're not going to. 5-point lead by Salesian in the middle of this second quarter. Hart gets a lot of ball from behind. 14 tries to get around, get some help. 22 has no room, goes back out. 5 seconds on the clock, see if they can get something off. 14 fakes at least 3 times, tries to go backboard, doesn't go in. Ariama with the rebound. Livingston brings the ball up. Good dribbler, and what a pass underneath to Ariama. Just too hard. Didn't go backboard. Not sure if he had room there to go backboard. Would have been the smart choice, but unfortunate attempt there. 13 with another 3, in and out. Livingston with the rebound. Estefano takes the ball up. More methodical game than the ones we've seen in the past, with lots of layups and cherry picking. A lot of plays being set up. And here they called a foul on 13. I'm in agreement with Xavier. Also did not look like a foul. You got a lot of ball there, and we are not the type of broadcast to go and only root for our side. We say it how it is. Unfortunate turnover by Livingston. He tries to go for the block. A great layup by Xavier to go around that. And it's only a 3-point lead. It seemed that they were trying to get the ball to either Whelan or Ariama, and it just was right in between, and easy takeaway. Whelan making room for himself. Blocked by Gabe, and they said a lot of body there. And there was. 22 with the block. So that's actually 7 fouls on the half for Xavier. So they're going to be shooting, Whelan will be shooting 1-1. First shot is in. Second shot is good too. It's a great free throw shooting by Whelan. Xavier again brings the ball in pretty quick. Soft press by Salesian. Estefano's playing high up top. Try to pass underneath, side against it. And now the open man, too hard off the back. And they say that Xavier hit the ball from behind Ariama, and it's going to be Salesian's ball. Estefano goes and takes the 3 because he's open. And let him take it all day, because that was a great shot, great setup. And that's 3 points. 8-point lead by Salesian. Travel now by Xavier. It seems that they got a little bit stifled there with the ball going back and forth, trying to start the play up top. And so Xavier calls a timeout, 30-second timeout. So really good gameplay right now. We're watching. This is the type of old school ball that I appreciate. Getting a play set up, taking the shot, playing at a nice quiet pace. In the past, we've seen all these just throw it down, get a layup, and do it again. And it's just I don't know, to me, this fast-paced game, it ain't the 90s. I grew up with the 90s, early 2000s. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of chess matching and gameplay that is just tremendous in the league right now in the NBA. But I'm more of a fan of college basketball because of that old school style. And right now it feels like we're watching one of those. Estefano passes to Whelan, takes a fake, goes down to the center, tries to give the pass to Morris, but it was Xavier, player in front of him, and he wasn't able to go and get that dish. So it'll be Xavier's ball as they push it on the side. Excellent pass underneath, but too far underneath. Nothing that the Xavier could do. Xavier keeps passing around, looking for that middle place. What a great steal. I think that was on Whelan. Estefano rushes it down on their side. Tries to give it around, and that is a very tough travel. Seems the player from Xavier hit the ball, threw him off, and while trying to recover, it got stuck in between his movement. So with that turnover, Xavier starts up again, trying to diminish this 8-point lead. 14 with a shot, great shot, in and out. Rebound again, in and out, a little bit too hard. It feels like Xavier's having a lot of problem with that. And are able to hold down that rebound as Wananake pushes it to Whelan. Back to the ball, tight D, gets around, shoots a three. A little bit too much arm. Ariema with the attempt at the shot. Passes it through to Estefano. I'm sure they're going to call an offensive foul. And they did. It will not stop. If there is a member who stands there and falls, no matter what happens, it will be an offensive foul. So 7 fouls on each team now. And another turnover by Salesian. Minute 15 left in the second quarter. Xavier tries to go and make the pass underneath. And Livingston extends his foot, kick ball. It's a good thing he did that, though, because the Xavier player underneath was wide open. And it seems that they're picking up on it, trying to make room under there. It's working. Great pass by 13-14. Another block. If they call a foul, that'll be interesting, but they call a jump ball. Great hands there by Livingston. Xavier with the shot on the side, and they make it. That's a tough shot and a good shot to bring this to a 6-point game. Estefano trying to pass it to Livingston, and back and forth. They turn over the ball. Estefano with a shot, a little bit too hard. Xavier keeps it. I saw what Estefano saw with Livingston, but knew there was just too much room for the defender to go and tip that, and he did. And lucky for Livingston to tip it and get it back, but just couldn't make the shot. A little bit of a rush by number 23, trying to go and get that layup. But Livingston, with the tip around, gets the ball, and when he passed it out, late whistle again, but he was pushed from behind, so Livingston will be shooting free throws, 1-1. First one is good. Livingston settling down. And that one goes in and out. 7-point lead, and that's a travel. Great defense by Salesian to cause that. And Salesian will take the ball out on the side, and to go and build this lead, Morrison is going to take a timeout. 30-second timeout for Salesian. So 7 points. Slow-paced game. Few turnovers now at the end of the game. But Xavier's doing a good job making those changes to get the ball underneath. It's unfortunate they're missing a lot of those layups, hitting it too far off the backboard. I'm sure it's because of their comfort with their own backboards at home. Salesian's also missing a handful of shots and trying to force passes underneath that were working at the beginning of the game, but they've turned into turnovers. And there hasn't been much scoring near the end of the game, which is okay. Good defensive game. It's good to watch. Hart's going to go and take the ball out. Fear of 5 seconds gets it to Livingston. Passes underneath, and one. Excellent move by Livingston to get under and have that roll in. He's going to go and try to complete the three-point play. And he does. 10-point lead. There's 9 seconds left, and unfortunate that Salesian went to press. And too much body as they were going into the corner. So they fouled, and again, being over the limit, it's going to be 1-1, I believe. First shot by number 4 is good. The coach from Xavier was saying before, you got to go and help out. You can't have your player go and run 2 guys into the corner. So they got to make those corrections later in the game. Excellent free throw shooting by Xavier. And Livingston will rush down, 4 seconds on the clock, goes around and makes it. And that's the end of the quarter. Excellent play at the end, and Livingston runs out down the hall with a 10-point lead. And great play by Salesian overall. It's 25-15, and with that defense, that movement, they got to keep that going into the third and fourth quarter. Keep up the energy, keep up the charisma, and they got a good chance in this. It was a very close game when they played away, and this one is also shaping to be pretty close. It only looks as big because of the last few shots, but good game in front of us, folks. So we'll send you to some new ads, and we'll be back in a little over 9 minutes.
Here's how admissions works at Salesian High School. Early in the school year, in about September, I try to get out and meet as many 8th grade students as possible. I want to get the word out about Salesian and all the great offerings that we have. From there, we want to encourage them to come to our fall open house where we can showcase our school and maybe even offer the opportunity for a student to spend a day in our Eagle for a Day program. That leads up to the tax exam. Now, the test for admissions to Catholic high schools is going to allow a student to apply to one of 3 Catholic high schools, and we hope that Salesian is one of those 3 choices. If the student missed the tax exam, perhaps he's coming from a public school, we offer other means of applying to Salesian High School. We have an online application, and if you submit that online application with supporting documents, we can have your son apply here as easily as that. If the students are accepted to Salesian High School, this is what you can expect. Number 1, we have an accepted students night, a way for our students to showcase the school to your sons. We want to show the great offerings we have here. The second thing is a scholarship recipients dinner. We want to detail the St. Francis de Sales honors program to all the students that have earned academic scholarships here. The third thing is financial aid applications. I'll show you how to apply for financial aid so that we could put the best financial package together for you so you can make your decision on a Catholic high school by mid-February. I'm Steve Celestio, Director of Admissions, and if you have any questions about Salesian High School or the admissions process, I'm happy to help.
You're just trying to get through life, and with that, you need some type of stability just to figure yourself out. And I definitely got that from Salesian. When I got that stability just to figure out who I was through meeting friends, being so close with teachers, that's what allowed me to excel on every other type of level, you know, academically, athletically, and then eventually it culminated to a resume that I was able to present myself completely, this is who I am. And with that, I was able to get into many good schools, and now I'm at Cornell University. The biggest thing is it familiarized myself with being comfortable and asking for help. You know, especially at the college level, especially at the Ivy level, it gets difficult. Things pile up on you, not just a large amount of work, but a large amount of hard, heavy work. You need to ask for support. You need that help. And because Salesian was such a close-knit community, I'm comfortable with reaching to others. You know, I think my communication skills are on point. I'm good with connecting, and I'm not afraid to say like, hey, I need help. It just helps with the struggle. If you can get some struggle off, that, talk to a teacher, you know. If you're comfortable with talking to your professors, you know, you're good. Stay focused on your goals and understand that people are there for you. You know, you're not in it alone. There's a saying that birds of a feather flock together. So if you're struggling, there's other people out there struggling. Find your group, stick with them, and make sure the group's the right group for you, and then you're golden. My name is Marco Lavecchia, class of 2022, and I go to Cornell University.
Steve Celestio, Salesian High School Admissions Director, sitting down with freshman Andrew Estefano. Andrew, what attracted you and ultimately led to you enrolling at Salesian High School?
The area, because I live in New Rochelle, and also how small the school is, because I tend to get unfocused, but Salesian small area makes me focus better in school.
So coming from a larger public school within the New Rochelle School District, what has that transition to a smaller Catholic school been?
It's been really easy because my friends, most of my friends I've known for a long time came here. So when I transferred from a bigger school to a smaller school, it was easy because all my friends, they're already there. In a bigger high school, most kids, they're all over the place. You have to find your friends, and it takes all 4 years. I already see all my friends from 9th grade. I could see my friends till 12th grade.
That's great. What has been your favorite part of your freshman year so far?
The basketball aspect, because I've always wanted to play high school basketball since I was 9. So coming here to not only it being high school basketball, but I'm also playing varsity. So as a 9th grader, it's really been really fun.
So as a 9th grade basketball player who just found out you made the freshman team, what was it like getting that call into Mr. Moressi's office to find out he was going to ask you to play on the varsity team?
It was really exciting, but I tried to keep my composure because I didn't want to get too hyped for the coach. But I was really excited because that's always been my dream since I was really young.
Now, Andrew, we're certainly glad that you're here at Salesian with us. If you had to give any advice to an 8th grader, whether he's from New Rochelle or the surrounding areas, what would that advice be?
If you're looking for a Catholic school or any school and one of your thoughts is Salesian, I advise you to apply to Salesian because the staff and coaching all support you in your success.
Andrew, thank you again for sitting down and speaking with me today. This is Steve Celestio here with Andrew Estefano from the 9th grade class.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Wiegand Center. It's Mr. Dwyer here. Unfortunately, we don't have our regular Jorge Bello, nor Daniel Brito, the man, the myth, the myth. And we don't have our good friend Isaiah Wong Peebles, but he is in the chat, and he has said go Eagles, and we just want to go shout out to him and say hope you're enjoying your time at home. It's tough to get a ride here sometimes, and we're just grateful for everyone who stops by and watches the broadcast. 25-15. 10-point lead by Salesian going into the third quarter. It's been a really good old school traditional game, slow paced, good shots taken. Ryan Whelan has made a three, has made a shot at the free throw line, a really nice Kobe-esque shot. But other than that, he's been facilitating, and rightfully so. The big men underneath, Morris and Ariama, have 3 blocks each. The big thing about this game that's been a bit of a nuisance is the offensive fouls and charging. And Stefano tries to start something quick, but moves a bit much, and he had his ankle stepped on. Looks like he's in a lot of pain right now. Hopefully he just turned it and it's nothing more, but it ain't looking too good on the offset. Coach is trying to talk to him, figure it out, see how bad it is. And try to pick him up and see if he could get to the bench. Can't put too much weight on it, but he's okay. He's stepping it out. That's a good sign, thankfully. But yeah, he got trapped between those 2 guys, and it looks like he twisted that pretty bad. So Beyond Wanayake will be coming in. Pass out by Wanayake, and tries to give it to Gabe, and just not the best place to throw it, and it's knocked out by Xavier. So we'll do this again. Gets it to Hart, which is the right move, goes around, gives it to Ariama. Hart tries to give it back and comes around, and that one they call a block, and rightfully so. I mean, Hart was moving, but I think if Hart fell directly, they would have called it. As we wait on free throws, Moressi's trying to explain to Hart where to go and pass that. Not to go on the outside. Off the back iron for Xavier, so he'll be shooting the second, trying to make up for that first one. And unable to. Livingston with the rebound, 2 guys on him. Pushes the ball, and Livingston pushes it a bit too much. Tries to get it to Whelan, but too far. Not on the same page, and they're talking to each other. But, eventually, it was actually tipped. Did not see that. So it is Salesian's ball. My apologies. and tries to get it to Ariama. 23 gets high. There's a hit in attempts of getting the ball. Hart takes the shot, and just a bit short on the 3. It's going to be Xavier's ball. But there was a hit between Wananake and number 11. And a little nervous there for a second. I thought that they had bumped heads, but he looks okay. Just a little bit of a what would you call it? Not a rug burn, but a hardwood burn. Attempt at a shot there by number 5. Unable to make it. Livingston with the rebound. And they'll start it up again at the top. Pressure a lot more from Xavier. Whelan looking to get double teamed. Livingston trying to find someone open. He needs Hart on the side. He finally gets open. Doesn't get to maintain it. Wananake trying to get it around. Livingston gets it. Goes underneath. And that's a great move because they thought he was going to go up for the layup. And instead, Ariama makes that layup. And it's a 12-point lead. Xavier's using the same setup, going around, trying to get an open man. Trying to get the ball underneath, but with that double team they can't. Free throw shots are not going in. So Ariama's trying to go and retain the ball. And they call a jump ball, and it will be Xavier's ball. Number 5 throws underneath, and great eyes by Ariama to know that the pass was going to be going over there, and he hits it out of bounds. Xavier starts up at the top again, goes to the side, another 3. They have not been making many threes. Taking a lot of them. I believe they've only made 1 so far. Whelan, though, he'll show him how to do it, and he'll make a 3 right there on the side. As the timeout is called, trying to get their defense back. The one person you don't want to leave open at 3 is Whelan. He's a sharpshooter for sure. That was an excellent shot and an excellent setup to make that shot. Halfway through the quarter, Salesian up by 15. Defense has been good. Moving the ball around has been pretty good. A little bit of hustle and aggression that they didn't really need. But they did come out of the tunnel late with only a minute left. So coaches were definitely prepping them when coming back into the game. They don't want to lose this one, that's for sure. The loss to Fordham Prep was tough. Their defense was tremendous, and they made a lot of great shots. I mean, that's the Fordham Prep team they have this year. This one, Xavier is a very good team. But they really want this win. Great shot there by number 4. Steps up into that one. And now they're starting with their own press. Attempt at a no-look pass, unfortunately taken by 22, trying to go to Hart. It's a good idea. Just a little bit too hard, a little bit low. Another 3 miss, 5 with the offensive rebound, 21 with the 3, and he's a bit short. Hart with behind the back, great move, passes it out. Whelan at the side, in and out. Unfortunate there. And the ball's knocked out by Xavier. It will be Salesian's ball again. Great setup there. You knew that Hart was going to pass it. Unfortunate, just the way the ball bounces. Pass to Ariama, tries to flip it up to get the foul call, doesn't get it, and Whelan tips it back to get possession. Ariama goes underneath, got 2 guys there, tries to tip it in again. Unfortunately, can't get it to go. And with that, the defense is too slow. No one's really helping out. And Xavier makes that shot right under, wide open. Now with an 11-point lead. You don't want that to stop, and it won't, because Livingston, great eyes from the top of the key, gets it to Ariama, who makes that layup. Ford tries to get something going for Xavier. 5-11. No three-point shot there. He goes around. Doesn't make the layup. Tries to get the foul call, but didn't get it. Livingston passes it back to Hart. Gets it back. Livingston with the shot over. And they said that they hit his arm on the way up. I believe he'll be shooting two, and he will. Livingston short on the first. Misses that. In and out with the second as well. Morris with the rebound over three. Whelan tries again from the side, a bit too hard. Hart with the rebound, takes it up. They get it back to Livingston. Yeah, oh, what a beautiful no-look pass to Morris. That was tremendous. Please watch that on replay. That was an excellent no-look pass, and Morris was waiting for it. And they make the shot. Back up to 15. Beautiful play. Number one misses on that. Whelan takes the ball. He's pushing it forward. Wananake comes down. He comes up, and I'm sure they're going to call offensive. And what do you know? They did. Now, if I were Salesian, I would also do what Xavier's doing and use what I call the LeBron James rulebook, which is anytime someone goes near you, fall hard, get the call. That's the 5th offensive foul in this game. All from Salesian. It's kind of crazy. Number 13 looks to use the block to get something going. Livingston comes up on him. Nothing there. They're going to switch out. 14, who can shoot, has Morse on him. Good setup. Number 4 takes a three, and that's the first three-point shot made by Xavier in the second half. Whelan is double-teamed. Passes it out, tries to get to Livingston. Gets the ball stolen. Xavier goes underneath. And they cut it down. 2-10. Xavier pressing. Don't need more turnovers. Got to get back into their rhythm. Quick 5 points given right there. Whelan tries to go underneath and make that shot. Really tough. Bounces off Livingston's hand. Xavier gets the ball again. Now Xavier's in a rhythm. See if they can bring it down to an 8-point lead. Maybe more. Shot in and out from number 13, Livingston with the ball. And they're going to try to slow it down. Wananake with the pass to Morris on the side, and they're rightfully going to call a foul over there. Ball be taken on the baseline. So at a minute 32, it's a 10-point lead. Similar to the lead we had going into this. Hart takes the shot, just a bit too short and inside. Xavier is taking it down themselves. They're going to call a block by Salesian, so they'll take it from the top. Yeah, they were moving pretty quick, and it's tough to get in front of someone when they're moving like that. Xavier takes it from the free throw line, and it rolls around in. It leads down to 8. Estefano's in. Livingston tries to bully his way down, but the ball is tipped away. Xavier comes down for the layup. Bit too short, and they call a foul. And they said it'll be 2 shots because of the hit on the way up. A little bit of a slower whistle today, but calls are being made. First free throw is in. Number 11 has been shooting pretty good at the line. And he makes the second. So 6 points is the difference now. And that's a bad pass by Wananaka, and thankfully it's a hard layup, but they're there for rebounding, and now it's 4. And this is what happens when you can't battle the press, and now it's a close game. Estefano tries to go and do a spin move to get around, and he loses the ball on the outside. And things are starting to feel like the Seattle Seahawks against the New Orleans Saints back in 2017, I believe. Levin tries to go down. Whelan tips the ball. Shot by number 4, in and out. And there's a foul underneath, holding down Morris. So 9 seconds. Salesian with the ball, 3rd quarter. It's only 4 points. We started this with 10. Well, 4 seconds. They're trying to get something going. 2. I don't know if they're going to shoot anything. They couldn't even get a shot off. And that's unfortunate. Tremendously unfortunate. As we try to bring down this clock on our end, mishit by me on the board, we go and get ourselves ready for the 4th quarter. And it's only a 4-point lead. Time to get worried, because all they did was just add a press and they kept turning the ball over. I'm sure coaches are trying to tell them how to respond to this. The passes are just too lackadaisical, and they're just taking them and going with them. With a 4-point lead, no one could ever feel comfortable. You can't lose this. It would be tremendously bad to lose this game. Got to start on a uphill tick, especially at home. Well, just to let you know, while we're waiting for the 4th quarter to start, there will be a triple header tomorrow starting at 2 o'clock for Salesian, freshman, JV, and varsity. We also have a JV game after this. Freshmen are playing away at Xavier. You'll remember their home game here was tremendous. That was a great comeback win for them. And you should watch it right here on our YouTube page. Xavier's defense is pressing real hard, as they should. Whelan goes around, comes around, tries to make the layup too hard off the back, doesn't get the foul call. 22 comes under, passes it out. Number 11 shoots the 3 and in. Great ball movement there by Xavier. Now it's only a 1-point game, and the Xavier crowd is getting louder than the Salesian crowd, and you never like that. Whelan responds quickly with a 2 of his own after missing that last one. And it's a 3-point game. Xavier doing the same thing they did before. Same play setup. Hasn't been changing. 21 goes for the 3. Don't know if that's his game. And he's short. And a tough pass by Patrick. Livingston to Ryan Whelan, and thankfully Xavier went and landed on the out of bounds. So it remains Salesian's ball. Pass to Whelan on the side, double team, fakes them both out, and he makes the 3. Back up to 6. That was a big shot by Whelan. Well, if Whelan keeps wheeling, eventually he'll be dealing, and that's going to be big for us. But right now, fouls like that are not good. Looks like Whelan went and put too much body on that layup underneath, asking the refs about it. 11 will be at the line again. Bounces it around and he makes the first one. And the second one is in. Number 11 for Xavier has been shooting really good at the line. And that's been helping them tremendously. Pass over from Whelan to Ariama. And I believe they're going to go and call a travel underneath. They said that he did a little bit of a move that looked like a step. Couldn't see it from here. I'm sure we'll have to believe them. So point won't count. And there'll be a 4-point lead by Salesian. 6 minutes in this fourth. Excellent pass underneath. And terrible, terrible defense by Salesian. Sorry to admit it, but it was, you can't let a guy be that open. They're setting up for the press, working around it. It's only a 2-point lead. Livingston at the top, takes it from about the free throw range, doesn't hit the backboard. Now Xavier will go and push it back. Salesian's getting tired, Livingston's getting tired. And, oh, the ball just will not go in for Xavier. It bounced around in the back there for a good few minutes as we see the JV team coming in. Whelan gets the ball tipped. And number 11 will shoot his 3. And it goes in. And now Xavier has a lead with 5 minutes in. Livingston looks gassed. I don't know if they want to go and take him out. The press is really working for Xavier right now. And they're starting with Livingston at the top. Livingston tries to do a move underneath, and he does. Turns around and makes that. Salesian gains the lead back by 1, 41-40. Going into the half, it was a 10-point lead by Salesian. The highest it's been is 15. But with the press, with some missed shots, with a lot of turnovers, Xavier has pulled this one back. And they're only down by 1. Taking the lead for the first time on that last 3-point shot by number 11. 11 really is feeling it. He's he's been heating up in this quarter. Was missing a lot of them in the beginning. We were saying how Xavier in the first half was missing a lot of their three-pointers. They have 3 overall in the game. That one was really important for them. And now Salesian's going to try to go and figure out how they're going to go and deal with their defense, deal with the press, and get easy points. And you could tell that the defense did break down at the end there. There were 2 easy shots right underneath the board. Something we were not seeing at the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter. It was really tough for Xavier to get anything going. They were just passing the ball around the top, couldn't anything underneath. And now they've been making room, taking their time. We have a game, folks. Thank you for joining us here on 5:41 on a Friday. Morrison is furious about the defense here, which leaves a man open on the side. Number 4, short. Salesian gets the ball. They're going to go and press a little bit, but Salesian's passing the ball a little recklessly. Whelan comes around to the side. He likes that spot, takes the shot. It's a bit rushed. Morrison does not look happy with that, and you can't blame him. Tried to set up a play to get that lead. Oh, wide open again, number 11. He shoots it a bit too hard. Rebound again, 21 from the top, and he makes that one. And they're just going to go and keep going back and forth with the lead. Livingston's going to keep it at the top. He's going to pass it around. Nearly taken away again. The passing is not working well. The movement is not working well. Everyone looks exhausted. Energy is so down, it's really surprising. Salesian's got to build it back. Pass inside to Whelan. He passes to Livingston. He goes around underneath and is able to make that layup. Good no foul by Xavier. And we're just going to keep going back and forth with the hot potato. Who's going to go and take this lead? 43-42, 3.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. The nerves are definitely being felt. Number 11 shoots again. That's his third miss at 3. Looks like it's going to remain Xavier's ball. We're Whelan trying to get that. And it does. Because it's a one-point game, it seems that coach is okay with their shots. They were pretty open, which not good for Salesian defense. Just like that one, number 4, wide open. And he's starting to heat up. And now it's a 2-point lead. Not good at all. Livingston takes the ball up, gives it to Hart. They double team him, going back to Livingston. He goes down the middle. He comes around, tries to get the foul call, no call, gets his own rebound, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. And that is frustrating because Estefano was open on the side, don't get me wrong, but I understand trying to get the foul call. There was a lot of contact, nothing called there. Xavier will take it up with a 2-point lead and try to make it 4. And with the way that Salesian is playing, the confidence is a little bit waning from the audience. Xavier audience, like we said before, getting really loud. And Xavier calls a timeout. Didn't like the look there. Salesian's got to talk it over. 2:37. They got to go and they got to get it going. We've seen this before in the past with big leads dropping near the end for Salesian. It's not uncommon. I don't know if we've seen any home games where they've lost like that. I believe one early in the year, but you don't want that to become a pattern. Teamwork's good. The passing has been fairly decent. It's just been a little bit rushed and hectic. Not enough good movement. Everyone's moving a bit slow. And hopefully this timeout is going to help everyone. Because Xavier looks invigorated and Salesian looks downtrodden. And you can't do that. You got to keep it the opposite way. You got to keep that energy up. It is only a 2-point game. With so much time left, they should stick to 2s. And it's going to be Xavier's ball on the inbound. Take a shot at the middle. And 14 has a great stroke, and he makes it. Now it's a 4-point game. Wananake trying to get the ball around, trying to get it to Livingston. Not a good pass at all. And I think they're going to call a backcourt because they're going to say that Whelan was in between. So that's another turnover. And the frustration builds on the Salesian side. If Xavier scores here, you're going to have a silent upheaval from the audience. They leave. 14 to shoot, which makes no sense to me. And now it's a 7-point game with a minute 55. And this is getting away from them. Double team on Livingston. Finally a foul called. And Salesian players are talking to each other, trying to figure out how they're supposed to respond during this press in order to get open. Estefan takes the ball up top. And they need to score. Estefano wants a three, but he can't make it. Too short. And he's not happy with that choice. Moressi's upset, saying no shooting threes because threes aren't going to help with a minute 21. You got to go and bring them down little by little. And he's right. And that was a great pass. Good attempt by Ariama to block it, but missed it. And now it's 9 with a minute left. All you can do is shake your head. No foul call there. They call that a block. You can see everybody on the bench, on the side, is just furious. And now Salesian's just letting them score all over them. And this arena is no longer the Salesian arena. It is Xavier's arena, which is frustrating, to say the least. Whelan tries to bring everyone back 35 seconds by making a three, but it's going to be tough. 8 points. It is going to be very tough. Unless we got Reggie Miller coming out of retirement, it may be tough to come back. So we see a few of you on the YouTube leaving, and probably in frustration. I don't blame you, but I'm the type of guy who, when it comes to these games, you never know. It's unlikely, but you never know. Defense has got to be tremendously good, and the shots have to be really good. If anything, they got to set up some picks, get it to Whelan, make those shots. They're holding the press. They gotta act like there's a chance here, because there really is. Xavier gets it in, but man, they handled the press perfectly there. And they're gonna hold the ball out. I think they're gonna have to foul, and good on Morris to get the foul call. One more foul by Salesian will put them in the bonus. Stifling defense by Morris. Missed free throw over there, but Salesian unable to get that rebound and knocks it out of bounds. Foul called in the corner on number 11, but he's been shooting great at the line. And he'll be shooting 1-and-1, I believe. Whelan with the foul. First one is in. And the second one's out, but offensive rebound by Xavier. They're going to hold the ball. And they're saying don't foul. They shouldn't, and they should keep the ball out as they're doing. And they're seceding. Xavier comes back from a 10-point deficit at the half, 15 points in the third quarter, and they win 55-46. And the guy who threw the ball, apparently it came into the stands and hit one of the family members. They're not happy about that. I'm sure there'll be some talking to. That wasn't right. I don't think it was on purpose, but nonetheless, you can't really throw a ball at the end of the game like that. You never know what could happen. Obviously, Xavier very happy on that comeback win. Most of those points were scored at the very, very end. It's all turnovers, really, not too many misses. And the offensive foul calls didn't help either. This is a really, really tough loss to bite, though. Great shooting at the end by Xavier, but they gave him all the room in the world to take those shots. They weren't making them in the beginning, but they got hot and they made them at the end. So Salesian, unfortunately, goes back-to-back losses at home, losing to Fordham Prep and Xavier. Coaching staff is not going to be happy about that. Players are not going to be happy about that. We're not happy about that. But I question, if we had some students in the stands, you think it would change a little bit?
I mean, cameraman Q here. It definitely would have changed the feel of the game, not necessarily how they played, because it might have made them a bit more cocky, and that's probably part of the reason why they had that loss at the end. Because what happened was, towards the second half of the game, they lost that mentality of, like, let's think about what I do before we do it. Because I think it might have been Ryan who, in the first quarter, the ball was going out and he had all the chances to get it, but he knew what the possibilities were if he was to go and try to get that ball. So he hesitated, and people say hesitation is bad, but that's not always the case. Sometimes hesitation is what keeps you from doing bad things. So you never know, but from this, all they have to do is get better and learn what works for them, and also what works for yourselves, and then find out how to stop what works for them and how to better what works for yourself. That's all that really matters now.
Excellent commentary by cameraman Quincy Morrison. And Mr. Dwyer here, I don't even know how to end this broadcast. I'm sick to my stomach. I hate when you lose a game when you're up. We talked about it. I guess this is the second one this year that we've seen where it got away from us. But you can kind of see it in the camera. JV stretching. They're getting ready. We got about 6 minutes on the clock. We're going to go take a small break, use the gentleman's room, and we'll be back if you're willing to stay with us and hopefully see JV try to scrounge up a win against Xavier. Thanks for those who did stay and watch. We'll see you in a few.